Oh my gosh, people. The Cleveland Cavaliers, they have probably made one of the smartest decisions in a very, very long time. This is going to be interesting for the rest of the 2016-2017 NBA basketball season leading up to the playoffs. What's up, guys? Jay Red here, and today I'm talking about Larry Sanders. Now, if you guys have not seen Larry Sanders play, or if you have never heard about him, look him up on YouTube. Just type in Larry Sanders, Milwaukee Bucks. That guy's a beast. He's a good shot blocker. He's a good rebounder. He's athletic. And the Cleveland Cavaliers picked him up. This is going to be interesting. Now, the Cleveland Cavaliers, they've been having their struggles after Kevin Love went down with an injury, and they've had Tristan Thompson at the center spot. They needed somebody to fill that void, and LeBron James has been needing some playmakers. He's now got two, Deron Williams and Larry Sanders. How does this shape up for the rest of the entire season? Well, I'm going to give you my breakdown of this trade and explain how, if this is going to be good for the Cleveland Cavaliers, or if this is going to be bad for the Cleveland Cavaliers, or bad for the Golden State Warriors in that mindset. So, without further ado, guys, let's go back to college with Larry Sanders. Now, going back into college with Larry Sanders, he played at VCU for 3 years. His freshman year, he only averaged 4.9 points and had 5.2 total rebounds. Next year, he doubled that and had 11.3 points, 8.6 rebounds, 2.7 blocks. His blocks went down a little bit from 3 in his freshman year. Now, his junior year, he scored 14 points, recorded 9.1 rebounds, and had 2.6 blocks, so it's a little bit down. You could tell that this kid had a solid college playing career, and you knew he was going to probably be a solid starter for a team. I don't think he was ever going to be an all-star, but if he had the right mindset and everything, I think he would have been something special. Now, he got drafted 15th in the 2010 NBA draft by the Milwaukee Bucks. And ever since then, Larry Sanders has been pretty much a beast. He's a guy that you can rely on to get shots down in the paint. He's athletic. He can dunk the ball. He can grab as many rebounds as he wants. He's a pretty good rebounder. And especially the one thing that stands out is his shot blocking ability. He is a good shot blocker. He's like a mix of Anthony Davis and Serge Ibaka into one, because they're probably two of the best shot blockers in the NBA. And Larry Sanders is up there in shot blocking as well. Now, going into his career stats, right now he's averaging 6.5 points a game, 5.8 rebounds, and 1.8 blocks. Now, what I'm probably saying is probably not relating to how good Larry Sanders is. So the question is, where's Larry Sanders been? Where has he been all these years? He's not played in the NBA for at least 2 years now. And Larry Sanders, I heard that once he left the NBA because he wanted to smoke weed, is what I heard. And he failed the marijuana test, the marijuana drug policy, for having marijuana for, I think, 4 times in the NBA. He violated the drug policy 4 times, and apparently he liked to smoke weed a lot, so he never played on an NBA team again. And I heard he played overseas, but I never kept track of Larry Sanders. But once I found out Larry Sanders left the NBA, once he left the Milwaukee Bucks, I was kind of disappointed, because Larry Sanders, he was kind of one of my favorite centers to watch. He's a good shot blocker, and every time I saw him block the ball on somebody's face, I just went crazy, because he was amazing. Now, imagine if Larry Sanders never left Milwaukee. You know how excited Milwaukee would be right now? They would have Giannis, Larry Sanders, Malcolm Brogdon, and Chris Middleton. Just imagine that for a second. Milwaukee would probably be unstoppable if they still had Larry Sanders. But 2 years later, from 2015 to 2017, Larry Sanders is back. And he's back on the Cleveland Cavaliers. That shocked me. I never would have thought Larry Sanders would ever come back to the league, only because he failed that drug policy for having possession of marijuana for 4 times. He violated that policy. I never would have thought that Larry Sanders would come back. But now that he's back in the NBA and on a championship team, this makes it even more exciting because Cleveland, if you guys have not seen the Cleveland Cavaliers play, they've had their struggles. Ever since Kevin Love went down, ever since they've had Tristan Thompson at the center spot, and they haven't had good playmakers or anybody to really defend. They really haven't had a front court. They let Timothy Mozgov go in free agency to go to the Los Angeles Lakers, which that was kind of a mistake because Timothy Mozgov, he's a pretty good inside defender and inside shooter. Now, with that being said, the Cleveland Cavaliers, before they even tried to get Larry Sanders, they had to get a playmaker in Darren Williams. They already got that, so they were good on their backcourt. The front court was their struggle. They don't have Kevin Love, so they got Andrew Bogut. Now, Andrew Bogut, in just 58 seconds, he went down with a knee injury, and they waived him. Birdman's gone. Chris Anderson got injured. He's gone with an ACL injury. So there was nobody else to look to. So who did the Cleveland Cavaliers try to go after? Larry Sanders. That was a smart move by Larry Sanders and the Cleveland Cavaliers organization. Not only is Larry Sanders actually coming back to the NBA, he's going on to a championship-ready team and the defending 2016 NBA champions. This is pretty huge for the Cleveland Cavaliers organization. Not only do they have a solid center in Larry Sanders, they got their front court settled now. Once Kevin Love comes back from injury, once Tristan Thompson starts to fill the void at either a 6-man row or maybe even the starting center for all that matters, if Larry Sanders does not even take that over, you got a good front court right there. Kevin Love, Tristan Thompson, and Larry Sanders once Kevin Love comes back. Now, Larry Sanders, he's still completing physicals and, trying to get things sorted out. But this is where it gets exciting. Now, he's coming back to a team that needs help. Desperate help. And Cleveland needed that help. Right now, the record is 43-22. They're first in the Eastern Conference. But the Eastern Conference is pretty weak, muchly. But the only reason that they still have that high of a record is because they have Kyrie Irving and LeBron James still healthy and competing. They have J.R. Smith back, which helps them a lot. But the addition of Larry Sanders helps them a ton. Because the Cleveland Cavaliers, right now in March, they're only 2-5. And they've been adding new pieces because they've been battling key injuries. Andrew Bogut with a knee and leg injury. Chris Anderson, he got let go because of an ACL injury. J.R. Smith had his thumb injured. Kevin Love went down with an injury. Timothy Mozgov left as a free agent. This gives Tyronn Lue depth in his rotation. Now he doesn't have to rely on some of the lower key bench players. He can rely on higher quality bench players or even start Larry Sanders for that matter. So now you're looking at a starting lineup of Kyrie Irving, J.R. Smith, not Kevin Love, he's injured, LeBron James, Tristan Thompson, and maybe Larry Sanders. With guys like Darren Williams coming off of the bench, Kyle Korver, he's been solid for the Cleveland Cavaliers after that slow start. They have Kay Felder. They have some good role players that can fill that void. Once Kevin Love comes back, the Cleveland Cavaliers, they may be a dangerous team coming to the playoffs. Now, this is just my personal opinion, but Cleveland, they are looking bright right now coming to the playoffs with the addition of Larry Sanders. Now, like I said, Andrew Bogut broke his leg after just 58 seconds of his debut, and he had to be waived to clear a spot for Larry Sanders. So, LeBron James, he was very interested in Larry Sanders because this is what he said about him. He said he's an athletic big guy, incredible shot blocking skills, anticipation around the rim, can finish around the rim and block shots, and being able to guard perimeter guys as well. This is enough to say that Larry Sanders being picked up was a smart move. James also said that it looks like he wants another opportunity, and hopefully, if we're the team, hopefully we can give him an opportunity. And he even goes on to say, why not? Everyone deserves a second chance, and it looks like he wants to get back to playing the game he loves, and hopefully this is his destination. I agree with LeBron James all the way. This could be his destination. This could be his opportunity to make a name for himself in the NBA. And everyone deserves a second chance. Like, if somebody does a bad thing, if somebody messes up in a situation or, like does something wrong, everyone deserves a second chance no matter what. And Larry Sanders, he's getting his second chance in the NBA. He left to go play overseas and smoke weed, obviously. But I heard that Larry Sanders is clean and that he's healthy, but he's not back to he's lost a lot of muscle mass and his timing's a little bit off. But our scouts have been saying that he is still an athletic big man who can block shots, finish around the rim, rebound the ball, and guard guys around the perimeter. So Larry Sanders is still the player that he once was. It's just that it's going to take some time to build off, because we're probably not going to see the Larry Sanders that we used to see back in Milwaukee. That's going to take some time. Just wait to the playoffs. I'm just going to say that now, Cleveland. Cleveland fans and anybody that loves the NBA like I do, just watch out for Larry Sanders. Come playoffs time, just watch out. He's going to block shots everywhere, going to grab those rebounds. Tristan Thompson and Larry Sanders are probably going to grab most of the boards. Once Kevin Love comes back, it's going to be trouble for the Golden State Warriors. I think this was good on the Cleveland Cavaliers' part for picking him up. This is bad news for Golden State. Golden State, you got the three-point shooters. You got Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, Kevin Durant, and then you got the defense from Draymond Green, Zaza Pachulia, Andre Iguodala. You got the defenders right there. But Larry Sanders, once you see him in the paint, there's nowhere to go. He's going to be blocking shots left to right. He's going to probably be blocking Zaza Pachulia. He's got an advantage over Zaza because Larry Sanders is more athletic than Zaza. He can probably guard out better than Zaza. He can score better than Zaza. Zaza Pachulia, you better watch your back because Larry Sanders is going to dominate in the paint, something that Golden State lacks. So if we see another rematch of Golden State and Cleveland, I think Cleveland might repeat again with the addition of Larry Sanders. That's just my personal opinion. I feel like that's what's going to happen. This was a very, very smart move by the Cleveland Cavaliers. And I can't wait to see if Larry Sanders is going to make the impact that I feel like I'm hyping up. I know I'm probably hyping Larry Sanders up, but this is just exciting. This is very exciting for the Cleveland Cavaliers. And I can't wait to see what happens. So there you have it, guys. That's my breakdown of Larry Sanders all the way from college, all the way up until now. Golden State better watch their back because they are showing that they lack the paint. Now they're going to be exposed with Larry Sanders filling that void. This is going to be an interesting rest of the season. Can Larry Sanders live up to that potential? Well, I may be hyping him up just a little bit, but I feel like I got confidence in him that he's going to make an impact for this team. I just got confidence in him. So anyways, guys, thank you for watching. Hopefully you guys are excited about Larry Sanders returning to the NBA. This is very good news for Cleveland Cavaliers fans. It's going to be interesting, and I can't wait to watch the rest of the NBA season with Cleveland facing everybody else and trying to expose Golden State because I feel like that's what's going to happen. So anyways, guys, thank you for watching. And as always, have an awesome day. And until next time, I will see you all later.